New details in the attack on a Michigan synagogue. The IDF confirming the brother of the man responsible for ramming his car into Temple, Israel, was a Hezbollah commander killed in an Israeli airstrike. The FBI is calling the violence a targeted attack on the Jewish community. Many now feeling unsafe and on edge just weeks before a major holiday, despite places of worship boosting their security. NewsNation's Alicia Nieves joins us live from Central Synagogue in New York City. So, Alicia, what can you tell us about this and the feeling today?
Yeah, Jessica, that latest development a bit chilling, and it's part of the reason why this synagogue just behind me is one of many here in the city where the NYPD have placed officers either in front of or around, increasing security. And it's something that we're seeing across the country at synagogues and other places of gathering, as we have seen this increase in attacks across the country. In the last couple of weeks here, we've had at least 4 separate instances. On March 1st, a mass shooting at a bar in Rio Grande Street in Austin, Texas. That left 3 people dead, 15 others wounded. The FBI investigating this as a possible act of terrorism after reports the suspect wore clothing with extremist messaging. Then on March 7th, 2 people were arrested after they allegedly tried to detonate explosive devices near Gracie Mansion. That is the residence of the New York City mayor. Authorities saying the suspect there claimed support for ISIS, of course, a designated foreign terrorist organization. And just in the past week, we have seen 2 attacks on the same day, just minutes apart. At Old Dominion University in Virginia, a veteran and convicted ISIS supporter opened fire, killing at least 1 person, injuring 2 others. And then in Michigan, an explosive-laden vehicle crashed into Temple, Israel, setting the building on fire. Part of it, dozens of children were inside. Thankfully, no one seriously injured there. But again, just a chilling account of what happened there and the concern at synagogues, across the country. These attacks, each classified as lone wolf attacks, and authorities say those are the hardest to kind of detect in advance. It's why there is now this physical need of police and law enforcement officers in front of synagogues, really just putting fear in people who are trying to worship. Jessica?
I would imagine. Now, Alicia, talk to us about the rise in anti-Semitism and Islamophobia, especially since the start of the war. What is being done here?
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, here in New York City, of course, there are police officers that are now, going to be hyper vigilant around places of worship. And again, what happened just outside of Detroit, Michigan, really putting the increased spotlight of the need for that, as we are seeing increased incidents of, anti-Semitism, but also Islamophobia. A recent survey from the American Jewish Committee found 91% of American Jews say they feel less safe in the United States amid rising anti-Semitism. More than 80% say they believe it's increased. Michigan Senator Alyssa Slotkin responding to this fear recently and these latest attacks. Just take a listen.
That whether anti-Semitism is coming from the left or the right, whether it's coming from some group that you like or don't like, you have a responsibility to call it out. Because when you don't, it gives permission for people to climb that escalation, that ladder of escalation that goes from saying hateful things online to saying them in person, to graffiti, to ultimately violence.
Yeah, we're also seeing an increase in Islamophobia. That's on the rise. Over 8,600 complaints filed with the Council on American Islamic Relations. This is the highest it's been since the Council began publishing data back in 1996. The organization also identifying at least 40 incidents in the United States targeting spaces designated for Islamic worship. Officials and community leaders saying there really is this growing consensus that the rhetoric just needs to be dialed down across the political spectrum. And until that happens, there is going to be the need for this, increased physical presence of authorities trying to deter people from, continuing these attacks, or at the very least be ready if they happen. Jessica?
All right, Alicia Nieves, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.